Hi guys, this is Mr. Itis and you're watching Crux. So first of all, thank you for your love and support for my last videos. And this is really encouraging me a lot for you. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to tell about particularly a most important and internationally claimed and the prestigious exam for the engineers, that is nothing but the GATE. GATE stands for the Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. So particularly in this video, I'm going to make a comparison between last year, means 2017, and 16 exam, how the pattern of the GATE exam is changing frequently, and then we will see what should be our strategy for crack this exam. So being an engineer, we are most aware of two words, those are design and analysis. Okay, so the whole themes around the theme of the video around these two words. Okay, so first of all we will analyze how the exam patterns are changing for the GATE, and then we will design our study plans. Okay, so this comparison is done for the civil engineering stream. Okay, so look at here. In 2016, if you see, the cutoff marks for the general category is 25 and OVC is 22.5 and for STLC is 16.6. So these are the minimum marks you should have. These are the thresholds you have to clear for crack this exam. Now what happened in this year, means 2017, these cutoff marks have increased by approx 3 number. You can see in each and every category, from here 25 to 28, from here 22 to 25.8, and now from here 16 to 19. So there is an increment of 3, you can say that, in all an average. So this is the minimum threshold or the minimum marks you should have to get to crack this exam. Okay, so this is all about the cutoff marks for civil engineering. Please, I am mentioning this is only for the civil engineering cutoff marks. Now if we talk about the all India first rank, so there are huge marks. These you can see that there are in 2016 the first ranker got 87.86 marks. In 2017 the person who got first rank got 92.94 marks out of 100. So if I talk about the pattern of the exam, so there will be total 100 marks and the number of questions are 65 and the time is allotted for you to solve this question is 3 hours. So while seeing the number of questions, you may think that the 3 hours are too much for to solve these question, but it is not like that, because these questions are generally numerically based. Okay, now the second thing which should and second thing, the types of the question. Okay, so generally there will be two type of question. Well, one will be MCQs. For these type of question you have four options like A, B, C, D, and you have to choose one of them as a correct answer. Okay, now the second are the numerical data question. Numerical data filling question means generally these are the fill in the blank type of question where there will be no option given to you. You have to fill the numerical value in the blank which is provided there on the screen. Now there will be a virtual keyboard there and you have to click those numbers by mouse and you have to fill those blank. So this is called the numerical data or the fill in the blank type of question. So the important thing is that in here there are 1/3 of negative marking in this exam for E, so you have to understand that there are two types of the question. One is MCQ where the choices are given, and there is one other fill in the blank type of question where there will be no choice. So in such type of question there will be no negative marking. So there is one benefit for attempting these questions, that there will be no negative marking for such type of question. Right now The another thing is disadvantage that you have no options provided for such questions, so you cannot go for randomly. Okay, so this is all about now how the type of question, and I will not go the simple things, those are already you know that. So now you should know that already the registration for the gate examination this year has started from the 1st of September, and the exam is going to be held 3rd and 4th of Feb, and I think 10th and 11th of the Feb in 2018. So in these days exam going to be held. Now next we will I will tell you what should be a strategy for this exam, and the time and accuracy, how you should have to plan, and what are the study material you should have to prefer for cracking this exam, and the practice and more things. Okay, so the two important parameters required to crack any competitive exams are the accuracy and the time management. These are the most important thing you should have to fit in your mind, that you should be time efficient as well as accurate as well, because here the negative marking plays very important role. Okay, so the next thing, we will make a comparison subject wise how the marks are allocated in the civil engineering in previous gate exams. Okay, so in this page we will see there are the most important subjects are given here, listed here for the civil engineering, and the marks, the number of marks which are asked from those subjects in 2016 and 2017. So first of all, as you know, there is first subject is geotechnical engineering. This is also known as soil and the foundation engineering. In 2016 14 marks here, and 2017 13 marks are asked. Second, the second important subject is the environmental engineering. Environmental engineering is also known as water management and wastewater engineering. Here the marks, the number of marks which are asked in 2016 is 10, and in 2017 those are 11. Now the third important subject is transportation engineering, or you can say that highway engineering. In the highway engineering, 7 marks in 2016 and 8 marks in 2017. Right, now the fourth subject is, that is the strength of material, or also known as the mechanics of material. So in 2016 4 marks, and 2017 total 7 marks. Now the next subject is hydrology. From the hydrology to in 2016 3, and 2017 it increased by 4 marks. Now the next is the structural analysis and the plastic theory. So in 2016 the 7 marks have been asked from this subject, and 2017 is decreased by 2. Now next subject is RCC and the pre-stress. So this is the same for both here, 4 marks. Then there is the next subject known as the FM fluid mechanics, hydraulic machine and open channel flow. So it is also having the same pattern, 7 marks. Now the next one is the geomatics engineering. Geomatics engineering is nothing but the surveying, so it is also having the same pattern of 5 marks. Now there is another small subject known as the water resource engineering or the irrigation, that is having 1 marks in 2016 and 2 marks in 2017. Now there is another subject, steel. Steel is also having same pattern in 2016 and 17 of 2 marks. And then engineering mechanics is also a small topic or a small subject of 2 marks. And then construction planning management and the construction materials. So in 2016 3 marks, and 2017 it is asked for 2 marks. So this is all about the technical subject, or you can say that the technical part of a gate exam, which is approx, if you add them you will find of 70 marks. Now if you see the second part, the second part of the GATE exam, I mean, not these are segregated, but I'm saying in the non-technical part. So there will be two things. One is the engineering mathematics, and the another one is the general aptitude. So in the engineering mathematics, you can see there is a huge weightage. This subject is having approx 14 to 15 marks. Okay, and for general aptitude there are 15 marks. So these two subject is having approx 30 marks, so total becomes the paper of 100 marks. So this is the marks allocation for these subject for particularly civil engineering. How from this page you can mark those subjects which are those very important: geotechnical engineering, environmental engineering, and another you can say according to the how the pattern of GATE is changing from year to year. So this is all about the subject and how the marks are changing from year to year. Okay, now next thing I will tell you that which topics are more important from these subjects. Okay, if you see the first is the geotechnical engineering. So in the geotechnical engineering, which is also known as the soil and foundation, here the basic identification and definition of index properties are important, and then the soil characteristics, permeability, effective stress, seepage, stress distribution, consolidation, shear strength, earth pressure theories, stability of slope, bearing capacity, and the pile foundation. So these are the important topic for the geotechnical engineering. And the second is the environmental engineering. For the environmental engineering, there are the most important topics are the you can say that the quality control of the water and the plain sedimentation, coagulation, filtration, disinfection. And from the sanitary side, so there are the design of sewers, quality characteristics of sewage, treatment of the sewage is important. From there, activated sludge process, ASP is generally asked, and the disposing of the sewage effluent and the solid waste management. And there are two minor topics, those are the air pollution and the noise pollution. From there also the number of questions are very frequently asked in this exam. Now the third subject is the transportation engineering, which is called the highway engineering. So in the highway engineering, the geometric design, generally known as the SSD curves, from where these questions have been asked frequently. Now the second topic from this subject is highway material and testing, then the pavement design and the traffic engineering. And the unimportant topics, you can say that the geomatics and the design of the railway track and the airport. The small topic there is the airport and the taxiway or the exit taxiway design. Okay, so this is all about the highway. Now the another subject is here, that is the strength of material or the mechanics of material. In the mechanics of material, you can study the simple stresses, complex stresses, SFD, BMD, pure bending, the shear stresses, torsion, the slope and deflection, column studs, propped and the fixed beam, and the strain energy. So these are important topic for strength of material. Now the next subject is the hydrology. For the hydrology, this subject is having very less you can say that a number of topics. Those are the precipitation, of frequency of rainfall data, evaporation, transmission, infiltration. Hydrographs is the most important topic for this subject, in the flood routing and the well hydraulics. So these are the topics under the hydrology. Now the next subject is the structural analysis and the plastic theory. So from here, for this subject, you can say that the important topics are the static and the kinematic indeterminacy. You can easily solve the question from this topic. Then statically determinate trusses, energy principles, moment distribution theorem, and the plastic theory. Plastic theory is most important topic for this subject, and the rolling load influence line diagram, arches, and cable are also asked under this subject. Now the next is the RCC and PCC. RCC and PCC, here the Berkman's of the fundamental The fundamentals like WSM, LSM, the singly reinforced sections, bond and shear is also important for RCC point of view. Column and the pre-test is very important for this. Okay, the next one is the FM and hydraulic machines and open channel flow. So here the simple topics like the fluid statics, kinematics, dynamics, and the flow through pipes, boundary layer, and the dimension analysis. But the most important topic is here open channel flow. This is important. Okay, now the next subject is the geometric. I think the geomatics engineering. So this is nothing but the surveying. So in the surveying, there are the basic concept of the survey: angular and measurement, compass survey, labeling, trigonometric labeling, traverse surveying, omitted measurement, trigonometrical labeling, and the horizontal vertical curves. And the most important topic in the surveying are the photogrammetry, remote sensing, and GPS. You should remember these topics. Okay. Now the irrigation is also a small subject. Here very selected topics are there. That is the water requirement of crops is the most important. Where do you find duty and delta? And then diversion headworks, design of inline canals, duty and dams. Okay. The next subject is steel. In steel, there are joints, right? Riveted joint, welded joint, eccentric joint, then members, tension member, compression member, beams. These are the important topics in the subject. Now there is a small subject here, that is the engineering mechanics. So this is new. You can study here equilibrium of force systems. So this is must. And then the next is the CPM, construction planning management, and the construction materials. So here in this part and CPM is most important, and here construction materials you can study. Okay, this is basic. Now for the non-technical part, if you see engineering mathematics, so in the engineering mathematics most important topic is calculus, or ordinary differential equation, and the partial differential equation, and the probability and statics, and the numerical methods. So you should go through these topics for in the engineering mathematics. For the general aptitude part, this is divided into category. One is the verbal ability, second is the numerical ability. In the verbal ability, you found that the English grammar, sentence completion, verbal analogies, word groups, and the instruction, critical reasoning, and the verbal reduction are generally asked. But in the numerical ability, you find the numerical computation, numerical estimation, numerical reasoning, data interpretation type of question is here. So these two part of this exam is most important, and here from this section you can got sure short marks. There is no ambiguity here. Okay, so you should not leave these two part. I would suggest you please go through them. So this is all about the important topics for the GATE and how should you have to prepare for understanding the change in patterns. Okay, so now we will come back and we will see that what should be our study material. So for the study material, first of all you should have to go through the previous year paper of GATE. Okay, first of all go through the previous year papers of GATE. 10 years of GATE previous year are okay, fine. And then you should, if you have completed those questions, then you should also attempt previous year questions of engineering services exam. So these should be your study material, and you can also refer one standard textbook for each and every subject for understanding your doubts. Okay, so this is all about your study material. Now the next thing, already I talked about the time and accuracy. Now we are talking the strategy. In the strategy, the study material is over. Now the proper planning is most important part. How we should have to plan our days. So the proper management of each and every day is more important than the day of examination. Believe me guys, this is the most important part of your study. Okay, So you should have to plan your study and then go to for as per your plan. Now next thing is the practice. Practice is important thing, and you should have to practice with the virtual calculator, which is most important part of your preparation. Now how to, from where you can use, you can join the very good test series or the good test series provided by the various institute or the coaching institute. You can easily join them, and please take the assessment test and assess yourself with the virtual calculator. You can also install the apps of virtual calculator in your mobile phone, and you can all easily work on them. Okay, so this is all about the how you can prepare for the gate exam. So I strongly believe in the hard work, guys, and self analysis. So if you can rate yourself honestly, then you can go beyond the limit. And also I believe running away from the difficulties is running away from your talent. So don't be afraid to start now, start with all your doubts, start with fear, start with pain. I do after preparation is the worst thing to do, because there is always a performer living within us. Once it rises, miracles happen to take place. So guys, best of luck from my side, and please follow these tips to get a good rank in this exam. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. I think this will be very helpful for you. If it would be, so please love, like and share this video as much as you can. And so let's build the bond. Thank you.